Hiya, I'm Jasper, and welcome to your video review for Jojo Rabbit. It's a movie starring a bunch of kids that probably haven't been in anything else, and I don't recognize them from anything, as well as Scarlett Johansson, Sam Rockwell, Rebel Wilson, aka Fat Amy from Pitch Perfect, and the dude who killed John Wick's dog, and Taika Waititi. So, as always, I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the furry. To start off with the furry, as evidenced by the name Jojo Rabbit, there is at least one rabbit in this movie. However, that being said, if you're really passionate about rabbits and can't stand seeing anything not good happen to them, be prepared to avert your eyes at some point. Just throwing that out there. Alrighty, so moving on to the good and the bad. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I thought it was hilarious. This movie is a comedy about Hitler Youth. So just be warned going in. If you didn't like the Netflix special that Dave Chappelle had called Sticks and Stones, if you didn't think that was if his entire special or anything like that was inappropriate and you didn't enjoy it, you probably won't enjoy this movie. But if you thought his Netflix special at least had some funny parts in it and weren't terribly offended throughout, then I think that you will enjoy this movie and find it rather funny. So it's essentially a coming-of-age story, if you really boil it down. It's about this kid who is a part of Hitler Youth, and he's trying to figure himself out, and, how much of a Nazi is he, or is he a Nazi? Does he want to be a Nazi? And kind of his growing up tale. He's about 10 years old, so it's not like a 15, 16-year-old trying to figure themselves out. It's a little bit younger. I think that one of the ways that I would describe this movie is that it kind of reminds me of a Wes Anderson film, just kind of how it's shot and kind of the style of jokes and how the universe is sort of set up in terms of like what can happen and just be like, yep, that's the thing that happened in this universe. Yep, go ahead. No negative consequences there. So, and that's a good thing because I love Wes Anderson films. But this movie kind of reminds me of Moonrise Kingdom, if you've ever seen that. Excellent movie, you should see it. But it reminds me of that and Cooties, the movie with Elijah Wood about a bunch of kids that turn into zombies. It's kind of in between those two movies, or kind of a mishmash of them. So if that sounds like a fun time for you about a movie that makes comedy out of Hitler Youth, then I think you'll have a good time with this. That being said, just to clarify, Nazis are bad, and this movie agrees that Nazis are bad. So just throwing that out there. The kid actors, again, especially with a movie that's not only stars the kid actor, but stars a few kid actors, you gotta have them really good. And these kids know how to act. They are excellent, they're funny, they got great comedic timing. It's excellent all around. So anytime the kids are on screen, it's excellent. That being said, honestly, my favorite parts were whenever the adults were on screen, because they were just absolutely hilarious. I love Rebel Wilson in pretty much everything she's done, and every second she was on screen here, she killed it. Scarlett Johansson, I haven't seen in as many comedies, but she does a really good job here, so I would love to see her in more comedic roles. And Taika Waititi, of course, Korg from Thor Ragnarok, I believe he wrote, he directed, and he produced, and has a bit of a starring role in this movie. So he's awesome. just awesome in this movie, and very talented actor. And then you have Sam Rockwell, who, man, he is so fantastic, and I hope that he gets more starring roles and bigger roles, because he absolutely deserves them. He is one of my favorite actors, so anytime I get to see him in something, he is always win. Pretty much every adult on this movie. So Sam Rockwell, always win. Rebel Wilson, always win. Scarlett Johansson, always win, except for that one movie that I didn't really care for, but every one of the other times. Excellent. Even the guy who plays, the actor who killed John Wick's dog, he has a part in this movie. It's small, but it's good. So if you like any of those actors, if you can find comedy in a comedy movie about Hitler Youth, I think you're going to have a good time with this movie. So that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you at the next one. Bye.